question about water. We're going to be building a house. It'll be in a rural area, and so I have the option of a well or a rainwater catchment system or the, not the city water, but the county water line with a whole house filter.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, now with all the chemtrails and the Gulf cleanup oil toxins in the air, what is your better choice for
whatever
clean
you
water?
do, you filter it.
Well, absolutely. I would find a neighbor who's got a well, ask if you can test their water. If that tests clean and free of pesticides, then drill a well, because that's a source that you can control. And you can't control what's in the air, and that could affect catchment systems. And you obviously can't control what comes out of the county or city water systems. And you can't really guarantee that those are going to work in the case of an infrastructure failure, whether it's short-term or long-term. So I would go with a well, go with a DC pump that's solarized so you can drive it with the sun.
Yeah, Diane, don't listen to him. I recommend, we're going to give you a document cam shot of this. We have Ozarka fluoridated water for kids, and then we have HEB with added fluoride for children. And I'm going to show folks a document cam shot of that. Do not listen to him. Don't filter your water. The government tens of thousands of times has killed people in secret tests, put cancer viruses in vaccines, CNN News Today. Trust them. I mean, you know, when they... It doesn't matter if all the studies show this massively increases cancer. Listen, don't listen. Trust the government. Trust these good companies. Drink fluoride, ma'am. I appreciate your call. What? I mean, come on.
Awesome. Well,
I mean, this is sick. Telling people to have well water.
Maybe they're going to
stop a freak. Hold on, what kind of a freak are you?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. Our babies should have clean water, breast milk, sunshine.
No, 52% corn syrup and fluoride.
I say more dirt, Alex.
Hey, listen, roach poison is many brands are part fluoride. That's obviously for a baby. Come on, man.
You got to do a whole...
Our kids deserve more.
Well, they're going to get more, because next you're going to tell me... I'm going to bring some more
Next, you're going to tell me that 10 times a chest x-ray, that's what they have with these mobile vans looking through your wall, is A, bad for you, and B, a violation of the Fourth Amendment says mobile radiation vans will look through your walls. That's freedom. I have a right to be surveilled on the toilet.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Totally sick.
Yeah.
See, I'm starting to like this. I'm going to start seeing from their view.
We could do that show, actually.
What's wrong with some of these troops complaining about experimental shots being given to them? What's wrong with people? It's wrong to tell troops that DU has a 4.5 or 5.5 billion year half-life and it kills them. And that's good. Dying is good. What's wrong with you people?
You play the FTC and the FDA, and I'll be the health ranger, and we'll do a show. We'll do a show about supplements or health.
Yeah. Let's do it in about a month, and you can be over the phone. I got to play this video, and then we're going to have to say bye to you at the end of it because I'm coming back with some financial news in the last segment, but it's been amazing. This is Go Green or We'll Kill Your Kids, says Richard Curtis, eco-propaganda shocker. And they have released a new video. And this is like the UT scientist saying he wants everybody to be killed by airborne Ebola. There's some of that in there. And here's another one. ABC website tells kids when they should die to save the earth. So just everywhere they're teaching people how to kill themselves, but then they want to put your kid on Prozac to stop them committing suicide. But the Prozac insert says it causes suicide. But see, I'm mentally ill because I notice all this. Okay, let's go ahead and play this clip. Now, watch out, folks. This is violent if you're watching on prisonplanet.tv. I'll be giving radio listeners play-by-play. Here it is.
Right, kids, just before you go, there's a brilliant idea in the air that I'd like to run by you. Now, it's called 10-10. The idea is everyone starts cutting their carbon emissions by 10%. Thus, keeping the planet safe for everyone, eventually. Now, this hasn't got to be a huge thing, but I would love it if you and your families would think about doing something.
What sort of thing, miss?
Well, like getting your dad to insulate the loft, or taking your next holiday by train instead of flying, or buying energy-saving lights.
We're thinking of using our car less. I'm going to cycle to school.
That's fantastic, Jemima. Now, no pressure at all, but it'd be great to get a sense of how many of you might do this. Just a rough percentage.
That's fantastic.
And who's not? Philip and Tracy. That's fine, that's absolutely fine. Your own choice. Okay, class, thank you so much for today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, they're not going to cut,
so they're going to die.
Oh, just before you go, I just need to press this little button here.
The kids that didn't do it.
Please remember to read chapters 5 and 6 on volcanoes and glaciation.
She murdered the children.
Of course.
Right, just want to check on that 10-10 thing. Had some brilliant ideas from lots of you, how the firm can cut down emissions by 10%. Just quick show of hands, everyone who wants to get involved.
And if you don't, they kill you.
That's nearly everybody.
And they're now announcing, top scientists, they want to start killing us.
New pressure,
and now they're just open, saying, yeah, we want to kill people. There's too many people. I mean, the folks, they don't raise their hand.
No problem. Your choice. Okay, so those of you planning something here or at home should probably get working on it. Oh, gorgeous. Those of you who aren't...
Kills them. Of course, they're already killing you with the vaccines and the GMO.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Little control freaks. They enjoy killing. It's their power trip. It's their religion.
Well, hello, everyone. It's great to be back here at Spurs. So many happy memories for me.
Now they're on a soccer field. They're going to kill top footballers if they don't agree.
10-10 thing the club is doing.
Well, it means that we're trying to cut our carbon emissions
and
by
they've
10%
announced
this year.
They're saying we are eco-fascists. We're going to kill you if you don't do what we say.
The floodlights at White Hart Lane, so they're low energy. Lots of our fans are coming to matches on buses, trains, bikes and stuff, rather than coming by car.
I see. Whatever, I wouldn't do it. It seems like distraction from football to me.
That's just fine, David. You don't have to join in. Just ignore it. No pressure.
So they kill him.
Right, lads. Let's do some penalties.
And see, this desensitizes you for mass death.
10-10. Hundreds of thousands of people, schools, businesses, hospitals, movie stars, knitting circles, scout troops, presidents and governments, all tackling climate change in more than 40 countries.
So the message is, we're going to kill you. But see, these little sneaky slime bags, they don't come and blow you up unless you're an Iraqi. They just put it in your food and your water. And that's what these scientific control freaks love, the enjoyment. And they had a big meeting with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett with the Chinese leadership where they all gave money for eugenics this week. Health Ranger, in closing, what'd you think of that?
Well, that's pretty shocking. I haven't seen that clip until today. In my mind, 10-10, I thought that was the non-GMO day. Because that's what we're gearing up for, 10-10, October 10th.
And by the way, before I forget, tell Watson to get this up right now. Tell Watson to get this, but see, they move all the good non-GMO stuff under this umbrella to sell it. But Watson, everybody, get that video on prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com right now.
But I got to say, you know, I try to live in a sustainable way. I try to live in a green way myself personally, but I don't want someone threatening me to do.
No, but see, the globalists control every movement. They come in and poison and kill and destroy and then say carbon dioxide, which is taxes to them. And you wrote about Bill Gates saying we've got to get rid of humans to lower carbon.
That's exactly, it's his formula. It's a mathematical formula that he has out there that these globalists have. You've got to reduce the population in their minds to reduce.
Well, that's the overall message, is kill people to lower carbon.
It is. That is. It's very clear now. I mean, we're not even.
Now you know why I gave a bad review of Avatar. Because it sells a lot of good ideas, but then with bad ones, and then we sent you info about Mr. Cameron, didn't we?
You did. I didn't know that about James Cameron. Some of that info shocked me.
Tell folks what you learned. He's a big globalist.
Well, it just goes to show, you know, that we can always learn from each other. And that's why I think it's good it's great to be here in person. We can share some ideas. But, you know, some of Cameron's views I thought were very much against what I believe, which is individual freedom. I believe in the U.S. Constitution.
Oh, he wants tyranny.
It seems from the information you sent me that he leans in that direction.
Well, at the end of the movie, they have a military coup. And the humans are bad, but other humans join in, and they say, go back to your planet and die. The message is, we're going to kill you. But meanwhile, all the big environmentalists now are up on C-SPAN praising the GMO fish. Real things that hurt the biosphere and hurt the real integrity of the planet. No, that's not a problem. It's carbon dioxide, because it's the part of the carbon cycle. If they tax that, they control it all.
Yeah, they're way off track, because the real threat to the environment is the GMO crops. It is the pharmaceuticals that are destroying, polluting the water supplies, the HRT drugs.
The shrimp are committing suicide now. Did you see where they just swim up to fish? ABC News, New Scientist.
Oh, because their nervous systems are all whacked.
Yeah,
they can't protect them. Yeah. Well, the truth is we're poisoning the whole planet through pharmaceuticals that are going through our bodies and actually through dental care. There are many thousands of tons of mercury just being washed downstream from modern dentistry, and it's still legal to put mercury in a baby's mouth as long as you call it dentistry. And it's still legal to feed them this fluoride water.
Yeah, no. Everybody knows there's problems in the environment. They take that common sense and use it, and the Rockefellers are true trailblazers of evil. Over 100 years ago, they created the national parks. This is on record. This is on PBS. They created the conservation, the modern conservation movement as a way to steal property, control people. But then meanwhile, they're involved in the most environmentally destructive things imaginable. So they only use it to shut off their competition. There it is. Shrimp on Prozac commit suicide. Study finds that shrimp swimming in Prozac-contaminated water tend to swim towards the light, making them easier prey, and they don't even care about birds and other fish eating them.
Well, it's not surprising that these pharmaceuticals, especially these psychiatric or psychotropic drugs, imbalance our brain function. And now they're trying to say it's your genes. Study just a couple of days ago said ADHD. They now say, it's caused by your genes.
Well, mercury in the shots they admit is actually changing our DNA.
Well, exactly. And in fact, it's the drugs that children are being given for ADHD that cause their brains not to grow as well, so they have smaller physical brains.
That's admitted.
Exactly. That shows up on the...
Look, they give us rat poison in the name of it being good, and in almost every statistic, once they get you on Prozac or Adderall or any of these drugs, then you get on more and more until you're a zombie. And the pharmaceutical companies love targeting wealthy people and middle-class people's kids because they got a big checkbook and insurance. And a wonderful, enlightened child who throws a fit when they're 12, 20 years later is literally a zombie talking to themselves on the street corner. I've gone up and talked to these people. I found out their backstories, and they are just complete brain-dead zombies.
Zombie is exactly the right word. Sometimes I've used the word drone, but zombie's perfect because their brain function has been suppressed. Sometimes you can heal them with superfoods, natural substances.
You can reverse some of it.
Exactly.
You can reverse the brain inflammation.
Exactly.
Listen, we've had you for almost 2 hours. I want to say bye to you at the end of the show, but I've got to end it here with some financial news. Please don't leave, you and your lovely wife. I want to say bye to you and also do a quick interview for an upcoming film. I appreciate you coming in. And we're going to eat some pork chops and gravy here in just a minute.
Is that right?
But Mike Adams, thank you for coming in.
Always my pleasure, Alex.
You bet. Naturalnews.com. God bless you.
Thank you, Alex. Great to be here.
You bet. Good to have you here with us today. And ladies and gentlemen, there goes the Health Ranger. This is a 4-hour transmission today. I'll be back Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m., and I hope you enjoyed that transmission. Very informative, very scary, but we did try to have some gallows humor to all of it. That video, Go Green or We'll Kill Your Kids, says Richard Curtis, eco-propaganda shocker. Paul Watson's getting this up at prisonplanet.com. Matt Ryan's getting it up at Infowars.com. The video right now. And we're going to dovetail it with ABC website tells kids when they should die. I planned to do a video 2 weeks ago on this and never did it about how they're training people to commit suicide. I've got to get that video shot today so it can go up next week because this whole agenda is coming out in the open with the eco-fascists. But I wanted to end the transmission because gold has literally hit an all-time high yet again. Gold settles above 1,317 as traders weigh Fed comments. The Federal Reserve has announced it is going to print trillions of dollars and give it to itself. They are going to monetize more debt. There are riots globally happening right now over taxes being raised, pensions being cut. It's now coming here to the United States. That's CNBC. Gold prices break new highs. The Street. Gold jumps to another record. Wall Street Journal. Gold futures rise to another record on dollar skid.